it's your hour, your spotlight, right? So,
Right.
well, welcome in, Legacy. It's
Yes, for having me.
it has finally come.
Yes.
And Legacy called me and she's like, I'm a little nervous but a little excited.
Yeah.
So I was like, no need to be nervous. So, anyways, Sheila, welcome in. Hello, hello. Uh, yeah, you still haven't learned to use it. No, the thing is they always change it. Like before, you do two people, it was side by side. You had to shrink one or the other. Now it's trying to figure out how to get them. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it
Right.
out though one of these days. Maybe it'll be U.S. owned here pretty soon, and it'll all be fixed.
Right.
So
That's the hope.
that is the hope. That is the hope. So, well, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's
Yeah,
been a good day today.
it
Pretty
has.
weather, very
It
hot.
it was a little hot in Oklahoma today. We reached almost 100 degrees today. It's crazy. What did y'all get up there?
I think it was like 95,
Yeah, yeah,
I
we
would
we
say.
hit like 98. So yeah, it was crazy. We're a little further south, so um, yeah, that was crazy. So, well, if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about yourself, Legacy.
Yeah, so my name is Legacy Lowenberg. I'm 21 years old. I'm from a small town north of Tulsa called Ulaga, which I would say is a couple hours away from you. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, I've just been doing music for a little over a year now, and my goal is just to share my story through my music and to hope that it resonates with others. I think that's every musician's goal, but you know, just a big deal to be able to share that.
I don't know what I just did,
Yeah, I was gonna say
but I made
I thought
myself
you
smaller.
disappeared, and I was like, wow, this is just alive with me now. But I see you in
Yeah.
the corner now. That's hilarious.
It. Oh boy. All right. Maybe somebody can pop in here and help me out. I don't know.
Yeah,
It.
I'll be honest, I don't even know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to
So-
do side by side where we're both the same size.
oh,
So,
I see.
um, so if I shrink you and then I do, nope, I can't do that. Expand.
Oh,
Okay. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did.
that's
So
hilarious.
we're just gonna keep going here until we figure it out. So how long have you been doing music?
Just a little over a year. I decided to start my music career like during Christmas break of 2024, and then like at the start of the year I just started trying to book as much as I could. And you know, there's, like you said, a lot of you got it. A lot of local music, and a lot more than I thought. I guess I
Yeah.
just never really noticed until I started dipping my toes in the water. But I made a lot of friends, and they kind of helped me. And I just wanted to find as many opportunities as I could, and that's what I'm still trying to do. So,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. There's a huge music scene in Tulsa. I mean, like
oh
in Oklahoma in general, but
yeah.
Tulsa's definitely has picked up in the last. I'd probably say so, just a little before pre-COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think so. I guess I've only noticed it when I started doing it. I mean, I guess I've always noticed like people playing instruments and or singing in restaurants, but I feel like now everywhere that I go, that's like the thing around here is that everybody does that. Everybody books, everybody has live music at their venues, which is
right.
amazing. So, it's good for the local artist for sure.
And like speaking of live venues, you have a regular live venue that you play at in Tulsa, right? Like weekly or biweekly or
Yes, bi-weekly, Jack's Coney Island. The owner, Jack, wrote some songs that I have out right now as the artist
yeah.
on all platforms. He's a great guy.
Yes, he is. He's an amazing guy. We had him here a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
Interviewed him and then Jackson, his son, and now you.
Yes.
So tonight, this month is Jack Brassfield's month. I guess is what
Yes.
that's what I've been telling. That's what I've been calling it. It's Jack's month. So
Jack and Friends, yeah.
Jack and friends, yeah. It's kind of like Jack in the Box, you know. He does it in a
Right.
restaurant. So if you guys are ever in the Tulsa area and you're in the mood for a coney, they're open from 11 to 2, Monday through Friday, right? Monday through
Yes.
Saturday. I can't remember.
I think it's Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Yeah, I think
I
so. I
don't
think
want
you're
to get
right.
that wrong,
Yeah,
but
yeah. If I'm surprised, he's probably in here. If not, he will be
probably.
soon. I'm sure. Um, I believe it's Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Entertainment and musicians are from 11 to 1.
Yes.
And and it is downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. So if you're ever in the area, and Jack Brassfield is a songwriter, singer songwriter, and like she said, Legacy has some of her songs that he has written. He now did he wrote all of them, or did you guys co-write some, or
So there's three songs. It's on an EP
Mhm.
called Lonely. And Lonely was written by Jack and Adam Intignap. And
Okay,
then
yeah,
Drinking About Me was by him and his wife. And then I'm Mad was by me and Jack. And I only
nice,
co-wrote on the one.
okay,
But every other song that I only have four songs out, but the fourth song that I came out with is 100% mine. And then
okay,
I've always just written songs on my own, so it was all new to me, but
yeah,
I'd never really done recording or any of that just
yeah,
because it's been so new. So he really helped me out, and he just wanted to share his songs with me and wanted to write with me, and it's been just a blast.
yeah.
A
I
lot.
can't wait to meet you in person because I know it's going to happen. You know, with Jack and I doing work together, and
Yes.
talking more and more. And then I've got Bonnie Ray, which I manage, and
Hmm.
she's fairly young. I mean, she's not as young as you. She's got three kids, but very very beautiful voice. And so I can't wait to get you guys together because I think you guys are
Yes.
going to hit it off. I could even see some co-writing in y'all's future.
That sounds awesome. I'm always
Yeah.
up for that.
Yeah, yeah. So she loves to write, but she also loves to sing, and she likes to share her testimony. So
That's awesome.
absolutely. So, well, speaking of songs, would you like to share one with us?
Yes, I would love to.
Awesome.
I'll sing one of my newest songs that just came out. It's called I Love You Again, and I wrote it about um, just love and, how it is in different people's lives.
Yeah,
It's a great song, in my opinion, because it just shares a lot of my personal life, but I want it to be able to be something that people can be like, yeah, that's what love is.
right,
And so I hope you guys like it. And if you do, download it on any platform.
right on.
I've learned from the past, learned from many mistakes, all those empty promises, and I know what they say when they're trying to flatter. Without a love, why does it even matter? I wanna build a house from scratch, where scripture's under floorboards. Don't wanna go to bed mad, because I like the closure. Let him wipe my tears when I'm sad, because love's an open door. It's coffee in the morning when the day is not sure. This is to you when life's not a love song, when the days are hard and the night is long. I'll be waiting for you on the other side of bed, hand in hand to say I love you again. This is for rings made out of paper when the dollars are low, when time is simpler. This is to you and all of our kids. I'll always find a way to say I love you again. The dining room is set and we're sitting on the furniture your mother gave. We settled in, and I know that I cry When I think of times I never thought I'd ever have a mom in my life. You like comedy shows, and I like romance. They remind me of the songs we once do during our first dance. Scrapbooks are lined in a row under our nightstands to remind us of time we spend with family and friends. This is to you. Life's not a love song when the days are hard and the night is long. I'll be waiting for you on the other side of bed, hand in hand to say I love you again. This is for rings made out of paper when the dollars are low, when time is simpler. This is to you. In all of our kids, I'll always find a way to say I love you again. I love you again. Oh, I love you again.
Let's go.
Thank you.
God, I love your voice.
Thank you.
I mean, in the chat, just like beautiful, powerful, soulful, like just
Yes.
all these descriptive words, and the vocal control is amazing.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for the compliments. I was reading them.
Do you do vocal coaching?
I don't. I've never had a voice lesson.
You've never had one voice lesson at all?
No.
That is crazy. I'm going to tell you this, and it's not to sound bad, but you should.
I think I should too.
I
agree with that.
I really feel like there's more in you.
I think there's always room for improvement, and
there's always room for improvement. Yeah, that's awesome. I love your attitude. That's great.
Thank you.
I tell some people that, and they're like, "Well, you don't think I sound good?" No, I think you sound great.
It's
but
like
I think you could sound better. Like, why not better yourself? And the more you strengthen your vocal cords, the better you could sound. Like, and if you already sound great, then why not go out there and blow minds?
Yes,
right?
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. Good evening, Maria. It's about time you showed up.
You're like, finally.
No, Maria is my little assistant, and she's awesome. I'm not going to give her a hard time because she is so great. She does so much for me. I don't know what I'd do without her. I'd still be lost and wandering in the world of podcast.
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't even know where to start. So
right. So actually, it's daily. It's daily. I'm actually getting ready to put in my application to be a member of the CMA.
Oh.
And part of that is you have to show that you work full time in the music industry. And so I was like, well, I could easily show 40 plus hours in my podcast.
Yeah.
Easy, because it's an all day job almost. So but yeah, what a wonderful song. What guitar are you playing? Can I ask?
Is it bad that I have to look? It's a Martin. I just got it.
I thought it was.
That's so bad. I'm like not the type of person that like knows about all the guitars and stuff.
It's when you've been in it as long as I have, though, you can almost tell. Like Martins have a distinct sound, just like Taylor. Taylor has a distinct sound. Like I can almost tell you. I figured you were playing a Martin, but I didn't want to just guess it and then look like a dummy. But it had that distinct sound. I was like, she's got to be playing a Martin. So yeah, great sounding guitar. It sounds really good.
I got it off of Marketplace.
That's the best. That's the best. I've got a really nice guitar hanging on my wall here that I've paid like $260, and it came with a like a little small amplifier. Like, I mean, so yeah, best.
Yeah, mine came with like a nice case, and they added the pickup in it, and it was a nice pickup and everything. And I was like, okay.
And a capo and all that for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nice. Yeah. Which model is it on the inside of the guitar?
Is that so bad? Okay, let's see.
No, it's fine. Is it probably an X series?
I don't even know. I'm looking in the inside and I don't even know. That's so bad.
It should be a sticker on the inside.
Yeah, it says.
Right in the middle.
It just says Martin. Well, it just says 000 CXE black.
Okay, it's a black series, so it's basically an X. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah. I kind of thought so. I kind of thought so. They said I don't know how you can sing and play and sing at the same time.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know how I can either.
It's practice, right? I mean,
Yeah, I'll tell you, when I first started playing guitar, I'm actually left-handed, and people tried to give me a left-handed guitar,
I,
and I was like, never,
I'm the
never.
same way. I'm the same
It's
way.
like backwards. I
I'm
can't.
yes, but I'm a lefty that grew up in a right-handed world. Both my parents
That's
are
how I am
right-handed,
too.
so I
Yes,
literally eat and write left-handed. Everything else I do right-handed. I my fishing poles are right-handed, and all my
yes,
pew
that's how
pews are
I am.
right-handed. Yeah, like I don't. Now I did go out of my way to build a left-handed. I'll just say AR like, without
Mhm.
saying the whole word, um, because I just thought it'd be cool to own one that's left-handed.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so I did build one from the ground up, but I'm the same way. I really consider myself more ambidextrous because
Hmm.
I do a lot with my right hand. I only really eat and write with my left hand.
And see that's how I am too. Like a lot of everything that I do is dominantly right-handed, except for like eating and writing. I used to write with my right and my left, but now if I tried to do that, I think it would be not good.
Captain Matt said I don't know how we do it either, and he's been playing for a long time. Uh, Jackson Ray Music's in the house. Welcome in,
Hey.
Jackson. So, that was a beautiful song. And which one was that one that was one that Jack wrote?
No, I just wrote this one
That
myself.
one's yours. That one's yours. Okay. So that one's 100% yours. It's
Yes.
released. You can get it on all streaming platforms.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. That's great. So, just to inform you, let you know, I have a list. I have a I don't know why that map keeps opening, but it's bothering me. I have a list. I have several playlists
Mhm.
because I do several things throughout the week. I have this Wednesday night. I have the interviews. On Thursday nights, I have what they call the gospel jam, where I
Mhm.
have open music. But I have open guest boxes for musicians to come in and play any genre of gospel music they want to.
That's cool.
And then on Saturday mornings, I come in and I go live almost every morning and I just spin independent music, right?
Yeah.
And then on Saturday mornings I do like a little rap tune thing. So,
Yes. I was
um,
looking at your little schedule that you do.
yeah, okay,
That's
cool. You're
neat.
checking me out. You're stalking me.
Yes, basically.
TikTok stalking.
Yes. I have to figure out what this was all about, and I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's really awesome. I love that.
Thank you, thank you. It's I can't explain it. I'll tell you how it came about. You know I kind of grew up around music my whole life. I've always been into music. My parents used to perform at places. We would go to churches, and we would do. My mom used to actually work at a special needs facility, and we would put on little private concerts there and stuff like that. So I grew up around singing and music and all that my entire life. And as I got older, I started. I'll make this short because this is your hour. I got into radio as I got older, which put me into concert promotions and managing artists and things of that nature. So I've had my hands in the music industry my entire life. I can literally say that. And I was sitting here one day, and like now that I'm an empty nester, my son's grown up, and I just like, you know what, I'm going to get back in the music industry. And I was watching TikTok one day, and I'm watching all these independent musicians pop into people's lives, and then people would find out, there'd be a group conversation going on, and people would be talking, and they find out that they were a musician. Oh, hey, play us a song, and then it turned into this sing monkey sing show, right? And without any regard to the artist in any way, shape, or form, they'd go right back into conversation right after the song. And I'm like, there's got to be more for these artists because in the radio industry, I developed a heart for independent music, independent artists. Those were who I worked with the most when I was in radio.
Yeah.
And so it crushed me to see that. Like, there's got to be more. They need a voice. So I prayed about it. I pondered on it, and one day I'm looking at my sound equipment sitting over in the corner of the room in a box, and I thought, I'm going to start interviewing these musicians and I'm going to give them a voice. So this is how it came about. And I just started this back in October.
Wow.
But because of my influence and the connections and the network that I created over the years, I kept all those contacts over the years.
Yeah.
So it's helped me succeed to where I am today in just a short amount of time. So that's why I do what I do, because I literally have a love and passion for independent artists.
Yeah.
I think you guys are amazing. I think for the most part, most of you are humble, and you're just, and a lot of you that I work with now are young,
Hmm.
just getting started, and I'm able to be that shoulder to lean on and guide you guys along the way. And if I don't know, I usually know somebody who does know, right? So that's kind of how it got all started and everything. And enough about me. So this is about you. And
No,
so
I love that you shared that with me because I think that one of the most important things is that, it's a two-way street. Like I have a story to share and a
yeah,
testimony, but like you're the one that's helping us and there's obviously a reason why you have that passion too, and I find that very important as well. So, I appreciate hearing your reasoning and everything. Your upbringing.
awesome. Thank you. That means a lot to me. It does. So, but so the song that you just sang, does it hold any meaning or value to your life? Is it part of your testimony?
Yes. So, I recently started dating somebody. So, I'm actually a college student, while I'm trying to live out my dreams as well. Not that college isn't my dream, but it's the second choice to what I want to do. Um, but like him and I kind of just talked, and I've always wanted, you know, to have a very um profound relationship with God in my relationship and everything. But also, um, I grew up kind of, in a broken family. Um, I was with a single dad, and, it was me and then my younger sister. So for me, I've always kind of wanted that mom in my life. And, um, I'm kind of just right. Like, I think the second verse that talks about that the most, but, um, like, I'm kind of just talking about what I think love is, but also what I imagine it to be when it gets to the point where, I commit my life 100% to somebody. And
Yeah.
I just think that, sometimes people don't see the tough things that are behind, the reason why you think of things and the reason why you want things a certain way. And,
Right.
um, that to me is just like a big thing that I've always wanted was, to be able to share, um, the struggles and the good things with my loved one, even if it's,
Yeah.
hard or difficult or amazing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of just what I wanted to write that about. Um, and I hope that it's relatable, but, that's
Oh,
just
I'm
how
sure
I,
it is,
yeah.
because I'll tell you. I mean, you know as well as we do. We live in unprecedented times, right? And there's a lot of brokenness in this world. There's a lot of broken people. There's a lot of broken relationships. So you definitely are going to resonate with some people with that song for sure.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, that's what you want as an artist. You want to be able to connect to your audience. You want to be able to connect to those, and have people really feel your music and your songs. And I'll tell you this though, if you don't mind, I'll give you a little bit of spiritual guidance here. Um, Whoever it is, God has somebody for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just remember that your love is an extension of God's love. So make sure whoever that is loves God,
Yeah.
because your love is an extension of that. You are an extension of God's love for Him, for you to be His helpmate in life. Right. So um, always remember that. If
Yeah.
you don't learn nothing else from Red Dirt Disciple, remember that,
Yeah.
because it'll stand for a long lasting loving relationship. Always put God first.
That.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's
That's good
awesome.
stuff. That's good stuff. I love it. I love it. Well, why don't you give us another song?
Yeah,
Right on.
absolutely. Do you want an original or a cover?
It's up to you. You could do it. This is your hour.
Okay. Well, I don't know if people are always what they're in the mood for, but this song is also an original, and it's called "Her."
People love originals. I will tell you that.
Yes, and I love sharing my originals. They're always kind of, out there, but but this next song is kind of opposite of the song I just sang, which that's horrible. But it's just kind of about somebody that's crazy and uh yeah, I hope you like it.
Written by
Me.
you. Okay, this is another
Yes,
original by you.
it's
Okay,
not out.
not released. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Copyrighted. I'm just gonna asking you. Okay, you're
Yes.
good. Okay, go ahead then. Most of the time, I tell new artists do not perform the whole thing if you don't have it copyrighted. So
Yes. Trust me, I'm afraid. She's always one step from losing her house, expects favors to rise up from the ground. She insists she'll put her foot rather than money in her mouth, and then blames everyone when she drowns. Her ex likes to punch holes in walls in her spare time. She collects porcelain dolls. He has a short fuse. Her attention span is small. She escaped when he was waiting for the night to fall. She's the devil, she's an angel. She's the one you gotta keep. She's the next level. She'll never let you be. She's got friends. She wants you to meet just in case you do something before she cheats. His fascination started a long time ago. He was warned not to settle, but what he didn't know, she was a lost soul, like to put on a show, likes her coffee black and a man in a chokehold. Abusive nobodies are her type. She only likes them nice when they pay the price of all the money she never got after a custody fight. She'll do anything to dig her nails deep. She likes her at home, so she has a nice place to sleep. And watch her pony with manipulation up her sleeves to stab your back and then throw a feast. She's the devil, she's an angel, she's the one you gotta keep. She's the next level, she'll never let you beat. She's got friends she wants you to meet just in case you do something before she cheats. His fascination started a long time ago. He was warned not to settle, but he didn't know she was a lost soul, like to put on a show, likes her coffee black and a man in a chokehold. Oh, 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 oh. She's the devil, she's an angel, she's the one you gotta keep. She's the next level, she'll never let you beat. She's got friends she wants you to meet just in case you do something before she cheats.
So what I heard a little bit of Southern influence in that, like Louisiana Southern. Like,
Hmm.
is there like there was almost a little bit of like that that bayou flavor to it. There almost just for a little bit. What's your influence on that?
So I don't really know actually. I've already went to the studio with this song and hopes to return it or to come out with it
Yeah.
soon. And I actually made it like a Spanish Western.
Okay.
Um, and really I was just
I can
like,
see that. I can see that.
yeah, it kind of has like it has some Spanish guitar and it was actually written as a joke.
Yeah.
But I was like, actually people kind of like this, and so I decided to just go with it and I
Th-
don't really know if I have any influence. I just was talking about people I've kind of just observed in my small town.
I got you. I got you. Yeah. So Jam and Jay says bluegrass and jazz, and that's kind of where I was going with the
Yeah.
because that's I mean that's really kind of more of like deep south. They had that bluegrass jazz feel. So yeah. So I get, but I can hear the Spanish guitar in there for sure. I think it
Mhm.
was more just the singing and the lyrics part of it of the just the way that you pronounce some things. It was kind of like, man, that sounds kind of little Cajun kind of like I can, kind of like you picture this, and with any, like with jazz, like Jay's saying, with jazz you get this. I get this feeling when I hear something jazzy that really resonates with me. I really get this feeling like, man, I would really love to be in like a smoky jazz club right now in the corner, like just sitting back, vibing to this song, right?
Yeah.
And that had that feel to it. So
Well,
um,
I do listen to a lot of jazz, so maybe I just did it unintentionally. You know, a lot of
maybe,
what you listen
maybe,
to is what comes out. I don't really
yeah,
know. But that's awesome, actually.
yeah. I actually, who's that lady that slashes the what?
Oh, Carrie
Tires.
Underwood?
Oh, Carrie Underwood. Okay,
Is it that
slashes the
vibe?
tire. Yeah. Kind of me might be a little bit of that vibe. Uh,
Yeah.
I was just reading this comments. So, anyways, yeah. So the great song, well written. I love it. I love it. I'm still blown away that you've never had a voice lesson in your entire life. Like I'm,
I've grown up with a lot of music though, and
yeah,
I don't know. I used to work on my voice constantly by myself.
yeah,
Not saying that that's a voice lesson, but
right.
I mean, I guarantee you I didn't sound as
Kind of
good
self
as
taught.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, like there are a
you
lot of things that I've worked on by myself.
you may be like me. I'm an observer, and like I'll just sometimes I just sit back because I'm around music and musicians so much and singers. Sometimes I just sit back and listen to conversation, right? And I just pick up on things. So I've actually been able to improve my own voice the kind of the same way, but just from taking advice or listening to others talk around me, and just so being more observant and stuff. And I've taken that back, and I'm like, okay, well, they were talking about this, so maybe if I try that, maybe I might sound a little better. And so yeah, so I can totally see that, especially if you grew up around it. Like, and it sounds like I told you I have. You said you grew up around a lot of it, so
Mhm.
but amazing. And I'm and like even while you were singing, I'm observing. Like I'm literally watching your lips. I'm watching your vocal cords. And I don't know why, but I'm always that way. I told my wife, she's like, that's weird. I'm
No,
like,
I'm
it's
that way
not weird.
too. I
It's
feel like
yeah.
that is weird, but like I do that too.
Because
So,
I watch your vocal cords to watch the control that you have, and I can see you have a lot of vocal control. Like you can, and I love it. It's great. You have a
thank
wonderful
you.
voice.
Thank
Wonderful
you so
voice.
much.
Yeah. So you're in college.
Yes.
What are you going to college for?
So I'm graduating early with a bachelor's in social science,
Okay.
psychology.
Okay.
So I've
Do you
also
plan
used.
on using it?
What did you say?
Do you plan on using it?
You know, I hope I don't have to, but probably.
Just something
I
to fall back on.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I've always been interested in psychology, but I always told myself if nothing happened with music that I would want to be a psychiatrist, and you
Yeah.
have to, you know, get your PhD in that. And I'm like, I don't really want to do that now. I'm like, I'm kind of over the 4 years that I just did, and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
graduating early, so not even 4 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, I use a lot of it to write songs. That
I,
sounds so
I
weird, but I mean,
no, it's not. It's that makes you a true musician when you can take life circumstances and make a song out of it. I mean, it's yeah. So you were born for this. Absolutely. I believe that. So, um, so if you were to, I mean, but think about it like a psychiatrist, musician, psychiatrist. I mean, that's pretty good healing medicine, right? Because I mean,
yeah.
we as musicians, we relate music to healing,
Mhm.
So, and that's why you guys do what you do, is to reach people with your music, right?
Yeah.
So it's you kind of, in a sense, are a psychiatrist just without the PhD, if you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, that would be a really easy way to put it and less work on me.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, I'm right there with you, sister. I'm 100%. College was not for me. I didn't, I had no desire to go. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I'll try one day. And I went back, and I didn't last one semester. I was like, this, I cannot do this. I didn't even like high school.
It's like I love to learn, but just like the whole aspect of it just really
Yeah.
gets on my nerves.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you're shelling out a lot of money for a degree that you may or may not ever use because it's been driven into our heads for years of got to go to college, got to go to college, got to go to college. So I didn't go to college. I'm doing just fine.
Yeah.
It takes hard work, dedication, and just and good work ethic. I mean, that's really all it takes to survive and succeed in this world. I may
Yeah.
not be the richest man ever, but I mean, I'm rich in a lot of other ways other than money. You
Well,
know,
happiness is
yeah,
more important than money.
exactly, one hundred
So
percent,
if
one
you're
hundred percent.
happy and school is making you miserable and you're fine without it, that in itself makes you rich.
Absolutely, 100%, and family. You know,
Oh yeah.
so awesome stuff. So you've only been doing music for about a year. So did you do any kind of? You said you've been around music your whole life. So did you take any kind of like music in high school, things like that?
I was in choir, but that really wasn't like similar. I mean, I don't think it's similar to like, you know, doing it on your own because I mean, obviously it's a unity thing, but um I mean, my mom was a singer
Okay.
and she sang at churches and stuff a lot too and um she was like one of those demo artists that would like be the I don't know, the artist that sings and then the person comes back in and tries to mimic it for certain things and if that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But which I mean she did that when she was like I would say a little bit older than me. I'm not really completely sure, but um and she did that with like Sony Music, Latin. So she did it in Spanish. So
Maria, can you
my
pin
mom
that comment or that question for Sassy? Please pin that for me. So we'll go ahead and take if you guys want to ask a couple questions from the chat, feel free to. If you're comfortable answering it, answer it. If not, just like I'd rather not say. Try not to ask anything personal, guys. But if you guys in the chat want to ask a couple questions, we can do that. Oh, that's right, we can't pin. So it's what's the best way to support you as a fan? Is what Sassy's asking.
I mean, honestly, there's multiple ways to support as a fan. Just being, you know, somebody who listens, somebody who's eager to listen, someone who shares posts, especially somebody that's like a newer musician and somebody that doesn't have like quite as much of a following. I feel like supporting them and getting their socials to kind of rotate and be shared and also just coming to their local shows and I mean there's honestly it could be endless but to me I've always felt that my biggest fans have just been so amazing by just showing up like whatever that may be just showing up because I end up remembering that person
Yeah,
and I think that speaks volumes for like new independent artists because they need those people.
absolutely, absolutely. Gotta love your heart. You're so amazing.
Thanks.
Jack talked really good about you, but now I'm like it. I don't even as good as he talked about you. I'm still like, wow, she's amazing.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, I've enjoyed talking to you for sure. Um, see, trying to think what. So, I get. So, did you ever play any other? Did you ever play instruments before writing music? Like, did you do? You were in choir. So, have
Mhm.
you ever? Are you just dabbled in musical instruments, or how long have you been playing?
Well, I taught myself how to play guitar in eighth grade. I took like a couple lessons and then I just kind of went from there. I'm not like a fantastic guitar player either, but I literally learned to write music. Um, and then kind of the same thing with piano. I like YouTubed it and just kind of figured out how it all worked and then did that. And then I kind of play a little bit of ukulele, but that's like guitar and
Yeah,
but I can play piano and I can play guitar and I play both well enough to cover songs and to write songs. So that's
gotcha.
like perfect for me. So
So Captain Matt's suggestion is go to sleep while putting the artist's song on repeat.
Yeah,
So
hey,
it
how
is
many
honestly, guys.
times
Though
do you get
yes,
to play it?
because it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. Each stream doesn't pay that much, but when it's streamed thousands of times, it adds up, right? So, I that's what I was trying to tell you earlier. I have multiple playlists, and one of my playlists is I have what I call RDD artists, which are just usually people I've interviewed or have communicate with or whatever on a daily basis or whatnot. And then I have the artists to boost, which are that's my playlist that it gets played 24/7. Like it literally stays on repeat 24/7, the entire
That's
list. So that does help, guys. That does. So if you're looking for ways to support independent artists, if they have streaming music, stream, 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 stream.
awesome.
That's a really good way to help, for sure. 1,000 plays on a single. There's your magic number.
Yeah.
So absolutely, absolutely. So have you reached out to any like radio stations or anything like that, trying to get some airplay and stuff like that?
So, like Jackson and Jack, I have a promoter that I've been using,
Okay.
and I Love You Again got on some radio stations in different states, like Colorado and Texas, and then I got like quite a few radio stations in the UK as well.
Yeah.
But like other than that, like I've also um, really I just try to talk to whoever I can, but um,
It's
the
funny that you
fact.
mentioned UK because there's another artist here in Oklahoma City, Callie Sickler.
Mhm.
She's actually 19.
Oh wow.
19. Yeah, she's younger than you. But she just mentioned something about UK radio that she
Yeah.
did. So I've been helping her try to get on some stations, one in Southeast Oklahoma, and they've actually 101 Kicking Country, iHeartRadio, Shannon Steele. He is actually going to play her song Saturday. So
Awesome.
every Saturday they have in the it's 4 o'clock Central Time. You can call in and request anybody that's going to be on their new artist spotlight. And the more requests they get, the chances of them getting them on the next week and the next week, and then eventually, if it does well, they'll put it in normal rotation.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's something else you can do too. I can share the email with you, and you can submit some stuff over to Shannon Steele. Um, I've sent a few people his way, and he's played their stuff. That's an iHeartRadio, so that's a worldwide.
Yeah.
That's listened to worldwide. But Shannon Steele's good people. I'll shoot you the email. You can send him your
Oh,
information.
thank you. That's great.
Trying to think of what else I was going to ask you. I had something in mind. We got to talking about all that in the radio stations. Oh yes. Okay, so you were talking about the radio stations, and I kind of interrupted with the UK thing. So proceed.
Oh, yes. I was just gonna say I've noticed like with independent artists or like artists that well, that's the same thing, but don't stick with labels. Like I notice it's really hard to get put on the radio just because they want you to be with the label and they want you to have that backing. Um, but like the UK is like really open to it versus like here, which
Yeah,
I think is great, but also frustrating.
it
But
it is. It is.
yeah, and so I mean, I like I said, I have been on some radio stations in the US, but it is a bit of a struggle with being an independent musician.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I will send you 101 Kicking Country, and I will also send you the link to the video where you can submit to Southeast Oklahoma Radio,
Okay.
and they're affiliated with three other radio stations in Oklahoma. So, like they're like a sister station of three larger radio stations here in Oklahoma. So, um, but yeah, I'll send you that information. Just
Okay.
remind me though. Don't let me forget. I get so busy.
Okay.
Ask Maria. So the more I do, the more forgetful I come. I don't may come with age a little bit too. I'm a lot older than I look. Um, take a guess.
I don't want to take a guess. Please don't make me do that.
I will be 49 next month.
I was gonna say I don't think you're like I would say early 30s, but I
Yeah,
didn't want to.
yeah.
I
No,
hate
it's
playing that game.
I usually get like late 30s. early 40s, but yeah, no, I'm 49 next month. It's crazy. Like my mind is like, where'd the time go? Right.
That's
So, so when I can tell you, when I say things like how long I've been in the music industry, you can now relate it to my age and go, okay, I can see that now. He's not 35. So, but that's funny.
Yeah, no comment on that. Really choose not to comment.
So I start talking about age, and Jam and Jay starts throwing me lightning bolts. Thanks, Jay. I love you, brother. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, Jay. You're awesome. Jay's just one of those kind of guys that just likes to tinker and sing, and he comes on here and does like karaoke style singing, and
Awesome.
but he's a great man of God, and
Yeah,
he's a good friend. So, so if you don't follow him, follow him. He's good people.
absolutely.
You're right there too, Sheila. Okay. Right on. Right. I'm not the only oldie in here. Hey, but we're still goodies though. Oldies but goodies. Remember
Right.
that. So what's next for Lindsay? I mean Legacy. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Lindsay.
What do
Um,
you mean? What's next? Like music
like
wise?
yeah. What's
Like
next? Like
play another song?
which what? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. It's
Oh
about
well,
time.
I
We've
didn't
been
know
talking.
what you. I
No,
didn't
we've
know.
been talking for a while. Yeah, you can do another
Oh,
song.
okay. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I
I was
mean,
just like, you brought it up, and I was like, no, that's a great idea. We can
well,
do that because we have been talking for a little while, and people come to hear music. So let's go.
right. Okay, this next song is also an original, and it's called "Dear Younger Me." I saw someone in the comments say to play that, so.
Okay.
Hey, you. Remember when you skipped stones, ran on the soil, heel to toe? Nothing's as good as the days where innocence was the biggest flaw at that age. Hey, you. Remember when we ate the fish we caught at the bank, and Granite Lois made us finish our plates before we could go back out to play? Those were the days when life was great. My guitar's going out of tune. Oh, as I find my way through all the storms, I remember the days I'd play out in the rain. Younger me would have never feared catching a cold. It's not too late. Don't do what you're told. The more I see, the less I know. You don't learn things as you grow old. Dear younger me, dear younger me. Hey, you remember politics started family wars, and you didn't know what they were fighting for. You loved everyone the same until you were taught to hate. Hey, you remember what Grandpa said before he died? Songbirds like you were born to fly. There wasn't much more to say. Your first gig was singing on a funeral stage, and as I find my way through all the storms, I remember the days that play out in the rain. Younger me would have never feared catching a cold. It's not too late. Don't do what you're told. The more I see, the less I know. You don't learn things as you grow old. Dear younger me, dear younger me, oh. storms. I remember the days that play out in the rain. Younger me would have never feared catching a cold. Don't do what you're told. Live it out, see where it goes. Don't grow, dear younger me. Ooh. Dear younger me.
Let's go. You like my applause?
Yes, it's fantastic.
I wouldn't be a proper DJ without sound effects, now would I?
I feel like I'm in like a 90s sitcom or something when I hear that.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
We get the laughter going. You know what? I might add that sound. I might add some laughter.
You should add the one that goes like, ooh, you know, when something like bad happens.
Ooh.
Like the, yeah.
There's all kinds of them on here. There's the hand clap. I got that one.
Yeah, now that really is. Oh my gosh.
All right, we'll kill that. Record scratch. Fairy dust.
Oh, lovely.
Crickets.
Yeah, maybe don't do that one. Over that one.
We can play that one when somebody does something wrong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You should have done that when my guitar went out of tune mid-song.
I could have. You want to tune it? You can take a minute and tune it.
Well, I mean,
because I'm sure we got one more.
I left my tuner in the other room. It's only when I do a G chord. I don't know why. So okay. I'll just avoid it. It'll be fine. You know what? Tuned guitars mean I'm playing it a lot.
Yes, it does. It does. So you have an auto tuner. You don't tune by ear. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that sounds so bad. I don't.
It doesn't sound bad at all. I couldn't do it.
It's out of tune by ear, but yeah. But yeah. I'm looking at the comments here.
Yeah, that's some of my followers commenting about another radio show I'm on.
Oh.
The Morning Jam with Coop.
User 90, 75, 96, 80, 88, 17, 12. That song is not released yet. I don't know who that is, but...
I don't know that either, but they've got a ghost account, I guess. They know you.
Yeah. Change your account name.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
But no, that song is not released yet. I actually am trying to come out with an album.
You know what? Somebody from a user account followed me with the same last name as you. But it had their name.
Is that a family member?
Then it had your last name, but their username was a long number. But their last name was Lowenberg.
Oh my gosh, it's probably like a family. I wonder if that's my dad.
It
actually.
could be. It could be. It could be.
Scott, are you watching? That's actually hilarious. If that is my dad.
It's Scott Lowenberg.
Oh my gosh. My dad. Okay, that's actually hilarious.
Maria, my assistant, probably looked at this. She probably went and scoped out his account.
Yeah, that's funny. And yes, it does sound like lottery numbers.
It does.
Oh,
that's funny. Well, hello, Dad. It's nice to meet you. Welcome in. Thanks for interacting. So, if it's not released yet, you can share a small piece of it if you feel comfortable with that. Just don't do the whole song.
Yeah.
But that's entirely up to you.
Well, I mean, I sing them at my gigs.
Yeah.
And so, I mean,
that's different than singing where somebody can record it, right? Like,
yeah,
they can record then just strip the audio, and I mean, I guess they could do it while you're singing it live too, but it's a little bit harder to get away with. But yeah, it's completely up to you if you want to oblige Dad and do a small snippet of it. I'm here for it. But
well, that was the one that I just sang that none of my songs really are released. That's the unfortunate thing. But yeah, that song that I just sang was an original song.
Okay.
that I
Okay.
haven't released, but it will be out on that album.
Oh, okay. He was you. So you were telling him that song wasn't released. I thought he
Yes.
had requested a song, so that's where I'm.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
yeah, that's the song he requested. I just didn't know it was him.
oh, okay.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's funny. So I've so Captain Matt is somebody I have interviewed before, and he
Yes.
he he asked me when I'm going to ask you the question of what makes you think you're what makes you think that you are a how did the question go? I don't have it in front of me. Um, what is it that makes you think that you're a good musician? Was one of them. And then the other
Well,
one was about what's your strengths and weaknesses in music, right? So like that one threw him for a loop. But if you want to answer, go ahead. I wasn't going to ask it, but I just thought I'd throw it out there.
I don't mind answering it.
Yeah,
I think what makes me a good musician is that half the time I write for me, but the other half of the time I try to relate to people around me too. So I write because I love what I do, um, and I perform what I write because I love to share to others. If that even makes sense. That's probably a horrible answer, but um, I don't know. I just feel like you have to love what you do and you have to be able to kind of cross boundaries. Like, not every musician stays in the box,
yeah,
but like, if every musician stayed in the box, I just don't think music would be controversial or different or anything. And I think that that makes me a good musician. But I also think that, you know, I don't know.
always
Maybe,
room for improvement, though.
yes, like
You
we
keep
talked
that
about earlier.
humbleness about you, and that's what I love. So
Well, I feel like I am my biggest critic too, which probably helps with the humbleness.
yes, yeah,
But
absolutely, it does.
I mean, if I could do anything to improve myself, I would probably try to improve my instrument playing. And then, like I said, or like we talked about, I would absolutely do music lessons because it wouldn't hurt. It
Yeah,
wouldn't hurt anything to be able to hold notes longer, breathe better, or, you know, work with your diaphragm better, or
yeah.
really whatever. Anything helps, really. But,
I
um,
have some information on that too. There's actually a guy on YouTube that's an absolutely wonderful vocal coach, and he has video after video after video. I've watched some of his stuff too. So, I mean, I would say before you go and pay somebody, give it a try. You know, because you seem like that type of person. Like everything you've done so far is pretty much self-taught, right?
yeah,
So, I would go that route if I were you. And if he helps you, he helps you. And if not, then seek maybe paying somebody for vocal coaching or whatever.
yeah,
Um, yeah, a lot of things you're going to have to be careful of with most of them is you'll do vocal coaching for like 45 minutes to an hour a week or whatever,
yeah,
and most of that, and probably for the first couple of months, they're just going to have you doing all these unnecessary exercises that you can do outside of learning what you need to do for vocal control and things like that.
yeah,
So it's kind of like I call it filler work. Like they want that weekly money, right? You're paying
yeah,
me $45 a week to for 45 minutes or whatever it is that they
yeah.
charge. It's not that it's a bad thing, but they'll use things like that to stretch it out longer,
It's just
right? So
unfortunate.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is. It is. So, but there's others out there that won't do that that are good vocal coaching. Breathing exercises are they're extremely important. Your breathing exercises are. Um, well, but what I meant by that, Captain, was is that there's just things that they do as filler exercises that aren't necessarily things that you should be doing during your session. Things that they should tell you, hey, do this while you're at home. While you're in the kitchen cooking, do this exercise. Do you know? Whatever it may be. There's things that if filler exercises that they shouldn't necessarily have to teach you. Just tell you, hey, use these at home. Do this. Use it at home.
like do it
And
as
there's
homework, not as
yeah,
in,
yeah, exactly,
you know.
exactly. So, Yeah, so I do agree with you. Breathing exercises are extremely important. So, well, Legacy, we are at just a little bit past the top of the hour.
Okay.
So I do appreciate you coming in. It's been a
Yes.
pleasure, and I look forward to one day meeting you in person, shaking your hand, hugging your neck, whatever. I'm a hugger, so
I am
um,
too.
so if you hey you've mentioned your relationship with Christ, so as far as I'm concerned, you're my sister, and you know we have our heavenly Father that we both share, and so I'm gonna hug your neck. I want to see you. I'm gonna hug your neck.
Well,
So
I'm excited to meet you in person as well, and
yeah,
hopefully that is sooner than
absolutely,
later.
absolutely. I will be up in Tulsa tomorrow. I'll actually be with Jack tomorrow for a little bit.
Yes.
So if you're around, swing in. If
Yeah.
not, so we'll catch you next time because I'm sure that Jack and I are going to be doing a lot of stuff together.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Well, thank you for having me, and thank
yes,
you everybody
absolutely.
for coming in and listening to me ramble and sing.
All right, sister. Have a great night.
You too.
All right, everybody. Before we go, I got a few things I want to go over. What's happening the rest of the week, and kind of show you guys. Get that. There you go. Show you guys kind of what's going on the rest of the week and a few announcements and also a few things. So, guys, so Nashville's coming up the first week of June, CMA Fest. We're going to be live in Nashville. I have 10 artists. I'll show you those slides here in just a few minutes. But please go and follow all of these social platforms because one, two, three, four. No, I'm sorry. One, two, three, four of those are these four right here are the ones we're going to be streaming on live from Nashville. And I'm not sure if she came back in or not, if Legacy came back in. But those are the platforms we'll be streaming on live from Nashville, CMA Fest week, guys. And so I just wanted to put that out there. And tomorrow night is the Gospel Jam. If you're a musician in here and you want to come in and play, sing every Thursday night, 7 p.m. is the RDD Gospel Jam. You can come in. I have guest boxes open. Come in and sing. Hang out with me for an hour, hour and a half, however long. It's usually around an hour, hour and a half. So that's at 7 p.m. Central. And then Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Central, I've started this 2 weeks ago. I got the Saturday morning rap tunes with RDD, and it's all basically just it's good, positive, and encouraging rap. It's not a lot of the garbage you hear on radio and gang banging, thugging, all that stuff. It's good, wholesome. I do some hip hop with some Rare Breed and some Joe Nestor, and then some Andy Mineo and people like that. So it's good, encouraging rap music, and that's every Saturday at 6 a.m. Central. If you guys want to come hang out with me Saturday morning, and and let's see here. If you guys didn't know, I manage an artist named Bonnie Ray, also from Oklahoma. And if you are interested in having her at any of your events, family events, church events, anything like that, email me, reddirtdisciple76@gmail.com. We'll get you set up and get her out your way. And loading for anyone else? No, not right now. You're good, Maria. And then I want to talk a little bit about my sponsors real quick, guys, because it's very important to me. My sponsors help me; they keep me going. They have monthly fees that they pay me to talk about them and advertise. But my first sponsor and my longest running sponsor right here is Coffee Bean Vet. It's veteran-owned coffee company, and he gives 10% of his entire company back to veterans. He's a veteran himself. And if you go to the link in my bio and you go to order his coffee, it's really good coffee. I've had all his flavors, and they are amazing. They're really good. It's better than Black Rifle. I'm going to tell you. I'll put that out there. And because of Black Rifle is now franchised, their business plan does not allow to give to veterans as much as they used to. It's very, very minimal amount. But this guy is 100% veteran owned. He supports veterans. He commissions veterans to sell his coffee and make a profit. They make a commission off of it. And so, but if you go to my link tree and you follow the link from there to Coffee Bean Vet, you get a 5% discount through me. And then also 5% goes back into the podcast as well. On top of his advertising fees, he also gives me a commission to push. So I get 5%, you get a 5% discount by going through me. And it's really great coffee. He supports veterans 100%. And he is a veteran himself. So you're not going to get any closer to a coffee company being this much invested in veterans. So guys, go check it out. Coffee Bean Vet, coffeebean.vet. Like I said, there's a link in my link tree on my bio. You can get there. If you just go to the website, use this code right here, Red Dirt Disciple, and you can still get that same discount. And as long as you use the same email address at checkout every time, you get that 5% every single time you check out. So remember that. Another sponsor I have, if you're from Oklahoma or in the Oklahoma area or surrounding states, we have Oklahoma Garden Ponds, and they do absolutely phenomenal work. They built my garden pond. My wife loves garden ponds. We have a koi pond, and we have koi in there. We feed them every day and all that. And so if you're interested, or you already have a koi pond or a garden pond or water features in your yard or whatever, they have supplies you can get, oklahomaponds.com. And but if you're interested in having one built, they can absolutely do an outstanding job for you. So it's another sponsor of mine, guys. Great people, locally owned company here in Oklahoma. So that is about it, guys. Go also to the link in my bio, and whether you buy anything or not, you don't have to buy anything at all. But I have some really cool merch, and I have two sections of my merch. I have the Red Dirt Disciple merch. And then I also have, and these are just a few samples. There's more on the website. And then I have the Okie Rebel merch. And the Okie Rebel merch is going to be more like outdoorsy, blue collar, hunting, fishing, Second Amendment, all that type of stuff. So that is these are both my lines of clothing. So I have the Red Dirt Disciple apparel and the Okie Rebel apparel. So even, like I said, even if you don't buy anything, go check them out. And I'll tell you this, Whiskey here in the chat actually helped design this logo here. And so I owe her credit for that, because she did. I just remembered that, Whiskey. I was like, that's right. You helped design that. So one of my oldest friends on TikTok, guys. Go check that out, guys. Beats Farm, Tunes and Throttles podcasts are also similar to what I do here, supporting independent artists through podcast interviews and playing their music and streaming their music. So go give Tunes and Throttles and Beats Farm a follow. I'm pretty sure Beats Farms is in here. You did miss it. You did miss it, bro. The interview is over. So I'm just kind of wrapping up. And then every Monday through Friday, 8 to 10. He's taking a break on Mondays right now, though, guys. But Pastor Nate Cooper from Missouri has a show called The Morning Jam live on TikTok, 8 to 10. You guys can check me there. Every Wednesday, I'm on at 10 a.m. And every Friday, I'm on at 10 a.m. on his show. So we do a little thing that we have. It's called From the Jar to the Jam, where we take questions all week long, and we put those questions in a jar, and we draw 3 or 4 or 5, however many we have time for. We draw those and we answer those questions. They can be life questions. They can be music questions. They can be Bible questions. They can be funny questions. Anything you want to ask, Coop and I will answer them. So go on over to the Morning Jam, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10, and you guys can ask your questions there, and we'll throw them in the jar. I may start doing it myself here and just sending him the questions to put in the jar. So if you guys have questions, message me, private message me, ask me a question. We'll put it in the jar, and we'll answer it on the Morning Jam every Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time. So anyways, guys, that is it for me. That's all I have. So have a great evening. And I'm going to run through these slides real quick. These are my Nashville artists, and then we'll call it quits. We got 3, the first, the second, third, and fourth. And then we have 1, the last day that I'm doing my personal interviews. And the reason why I only have 4 days of interviews is because I'm also doing work for CMA while I'm there. I'm going to be doing street interviews. So I had to make time for that. So we limited the days on how many interviews we're doing per day and all that. So I have a song to sing. I don't know. I'm not singing tonight. I'm sorry, Whiskey. Anyways, good night, guys. God bless. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. Stay humble. Hustle hard. Let's go.